Welcome back. We're now going to discuss about simplifying radicals, something that is easy if you know how to do factoring. So, let us do square root of 90. So, let's factor 90, and the factors I'm thinking are 10 times 9, and this is 2 times 5, and that is 3 times 3. After you get the prime factors, which of course does not include 10 and 9, it's only 2, 5, 3, and 3. You're going to write them all down here. I would suggest just arranging them from least to greatest. So I'll have 2 times 3 times 3 times 5. The way to simplify radicals is to look for pairs. Let's say 3 and 3, they have pairs, so then we can get the square root. And in other words, this will now be equal to, you're going to take them out, and that's actually a 9. And square root of 9, we all know, is a 3. And 2 times 5 will stay inside because they don't have any pairs. Therefore, your final answer is 3 square root of 10. That's your answer. Okay, let's have another example. Let us say you have square root of 18. Let's try a smaller number. So factors are 2 times 9. 9 can still be factored out into 3 times 3. And that is it. Those are your prime factors. Of course, again, it does not include the 9 because the 9 is already your 3 and 3. So therefore, if you write this under the radical sign, again, I would suggest to arrange them from least to greatest. So 2 times 3 times 3. These are pairs. And again, 3 times 3 is the same as 9. Square root of 9 is a 3. And 2 is left inside because there is no pair for 2. Therefore, your answer is 3 square root of 2. Let's keep on giving examples. Let us have example number 3. What if we have square root of 50? Let's try square root of 50. Alright. I'm kind of thinking 10 times 5. And 10 can be broken into 2 times 5. And those are your prime factors. I know if it would help to circle them, just make sure you're not including the non-prime factors. So you're going to arrange them least to greatest inside your radical sign. 2 times 5 times 5. And this is, again, it has a pair, so it will go out of the radical sign. It's just now going to become a 5 square root of 2. 2 has no pairs, so it stays inside. So once again, how come this was able to go out? Because this is really a 25. And 25 has a square root of 5. So 5 goes out, square root of 2 stays inside. Or 2 stays inside the radical, I mean. Okay, for our last example, I'm kind of thinking square root of, let's say, 72. I know that this is divisible by 2 because it ends with a 2. So I'm going to use 2 times, if I divide that by 2, it's a 36. And that is really a perfect square now. You can have that already as a perfect square. However, I still want to go on and show you how this would look like if I continue my prime factorization. Okay, circle all your prime factors. 36, 6, and 6 are not prime factors, so you're not going to include them. inside the radical sign, I would suggest to put them in order. So 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. So this has a pair. It can go out. This has a pair. It can go out. If they go out, that's just going to become 1 piece of 2. That's another 3. And the 2 inside, which has no pair, the 2 which has no pair stays inside. And that's a 6. Square root of 2, which makes us go back there. A while ago, you can already go and go straight to what's the square root of 36. It's a 6. And then this is left inside because it has no pairs. So this is your final answer. Okay, my next example is going to challenge you a little bit, and I want you to get the cube root of 8. And then I want you to square that afterwards. By the way, this again can be expressed as 8 to the power of 2/3. So how is this done? Let's see. Again, let's do the prime factors. You have 4 times 2, and the 4 can be broken into 2 times 2. These are your prime factors. Let's go ahead and put them inside the radical. I will put the superscript, and then 2 times 2 times 2, and then all of this will be squared. All right. A while ago, when we were doing the square root, we were looking for 2 numbers. This now is cube root, so we're looking for 3 numbers. These 3 numbers can now go out, and there's no more any radical. Therefore, the cube root of 8 is a 2. But then you want to square it. So that now is going to become a 4. Let us have another exercise. So, example number 6. What if you have the 4th root of 625? 4th root. And I want you to raise it to the power of 3. Now what does that mean is 625 raised to 3 out of 4. Okay. I know that this is 25 times 25. And I know that this can be broken into 5 times 5. And then another 5 times 5. Therefore, it's gonna look like this. 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. And I want you to get the 4th root and then later raise it to the 3rd power. Since we're looking for the 4th root, I must have 4 numbers, which I have. So the 4th root of 625 is really a 5. So that's a 5. But then you wanna raise it to the power of 3. And 5 to the power of 3 is 125.